Hello friends, in this video I am going to explain simple policies to abstain sexual harassment at workplace. However, to start with the policy, let's start with the question, what does sexual harassment mean? Sexual harassment is a comprehensive term. However, in a simple language, it constitutes unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and any other verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature. However, before knowing the anti-sexual harassment policies, have an understanding of sexual harassment as well. So, now what are the acts, behaviors that constitute sexual harassment? Depending on the situations, following are some of the acts or behaviors that may directly or indirectly meet the definition of sexual harassment. Sexual pranks, jokes, comments, remarks, or repeated sexual teasing, etc., either verbally or through email, text, etc. Repeatedly standing or trying to come closer in pretext of friendship, touching or grabbing body parts, more often asking to get socialized during off or on duty hours despite your refusal. Offering gifts without any occasion, more often making sexual suggestive gestures, more often making or posting sexually debasing, undignified or offensive pictures, cartoons, or other such kind of materials at the workplace. Unwelcome, unsolicited, or offensive conduct, normally off-duty, of a sexual nature that affects the work environment. And directly or indirectly, verbal abuse of a sexual nature. Now, next question is, what should company organization need to do to avoid sexual harassment at workplace? It has to be every company's organization's policies to promote a safe, secure, and productive working environment that emphasizes collectively workforce and conducive workplace free from all sorts of harassment and empowers the employees, especially all the women employees, to work with dignity and without any inhibition. To avoid sexual harassment at workplace, every company organization must make certain policies and subsequent implementation mechanism, such as on a routine basis, there should be an awareness program for employees, and simultaneously all employees should be ensured that there is a proper mechanism for their safeguard, especially against sexual harassment. There should be a brief training program in reference to sexual harassment for every newly joined employee. Every employee implicitly should be warned that company organization would not tolerate any sort of act related to sexual harassment, and a strict action will be taken against the harasser. There should be a standard framework of guidelines and defined process for the effective redressal of complaints in reference to sexual harassment. To ensure the standard guidelines and a proper addressing mechanism, there should be an appropriate system and or authority to deal with such complaints. There should be a set of guidelines for acceptable and expected behaviors of an employee at workplace. Employees, victims basically, are encouraged to complain if anyone faces any sort of sexual harassment. There should be a reviewing policy of any such kind of complaint. The company organization needs to prohibit strictly any sort of retaliation against anyone who has complained as suspected act behavior of harassment or has cooperated in any such kind of investigation process. Normally, company organization should maintain the privacy and confidentiality, especially of the inquiry process as well as of victim. It shouldn't be published. After a proper inquiry, companies should take proper and judicious action against the harasser. Now, some additional monitoring mechanism to refrain sexual harassment at workplace. There should be an internal committee to deal with such cases exclusively. There has to be at least one woman member in the committee. There has to be a mechanism to monitor and implicit a spy camera to all public places in office premises. There are certain people, especially women, who are very much hesitant in sharing, complaining such kind of sexual harassment cases with anybody. They most likely compromise with their situations. Therefore, such kind of implicit monitoring activity will help such introvert women girls. Secondly, I would like to suggest to all women and girls, if you face anything of such kind, please have the courage to face that and give a lesson to harasser. Do not compromise at any cost. Remember, your silence encourages harasser to misbehave with others as well.